So today I'm going to tell you the Bible story all about Jesus and some of his special friends. Now Jesus grew up in a place called Galilee where there was a huge, beautiful lake. And one day Jesus was teaching the people around him all about God. He was telling them God is king. God wants to build his kingdom here, and he wants you to love him and love each other. Now, people love to hear Jesus talk, and so Jesus would often draw a bit of a crowd. One day the crowd was so huge, Jesus was struggling to fit in. He was almost falling in the lake. And so he went to a fisherman who was nearby and said, "Excuse me, but could I use your boat for a bit?" Now the fisherman's name was Peter, and he said, "Of course you can use my boat. We've been out fishing and haven't been able to catch anything." So Jesus hopped into the boat and they rowed a little way from shore so that Jesus could talk to the people with lots more room from the boat. Jesus carried on teaching all of the people, but when he'd finished, he turned around and said to Peter, "Peter, why don't we go out and catch some fish?" Peter laughed. "That's a silly idea. We've been fishing for hours, haven't we? But we've caught absolutely nothing." But Jesus said, "I think we should try again." So Peter said, "Okay then, there's nothing to lose." And so they rowed the boat right out into the deepest part of the lake. When they got to that bit, Jesus said to them, "Throw out your nets, and this time throw them on the other side." So Peter and his friend, they threw out the net into the lake. And immediately it became so full of fish, it was hard to pull it back into the boat. They could see the fish jumping about inside the net. Peter and his friend were absolutely amazed. They called to the people nearby, "You need to help us. If we don't pull the boat back to shore soon, we're going to sink. We've got so many fish." Luckily, there were some friends nearby to help, and they all helped pull the boat and all of the fish back to shore. When they got back to shore and looked at all of the fish they had caught, they were amazed. Peter turned to Jesus and said, "Wow, only someone who is God or someone very powerful could make something like that happen." And Jesus said to Peter, "God sent me to do powerful things, but he also said that I needed helpers to do incredible things and to show God's love here on earth. So Peter and Peter's friends, would you help me show God's love on this earth?" Immediately, Peter and his friends, having seen the incredible things that Jesus could do, said that they would. And Jesus told them, "Before you would do fishing, but now we're going to fish for men and fish for people. We're going to go and show lots of people God's love." And so they got out the boat and he said, "Peter and Peter's friends, follow me." And that's exactly what they did. They were Jesus' friends and Jesus' helpers to go and show God's love to other people.